Good evening, this is Alan from mokanaman at YouTube with the promised modelling video everyone has been looking forward to. The grand unboxing and haul video from Japan and China. To our right we have 3 plastic crates, 1 box, all from Japan. The tiny box to the right of the larger box is from China. To the left, the Hobby Link Japan boxes are not Gundam, but a series of models that I pre-ordered and look forward to buying, all military armour, and arrived while I was overseas. I shall be opening and going through all this. I know exactly what's in them and how they're packed since I did the packing in Japan. I find an effective way of sending stuff over is these plastic crates strategically packed and packaged and wrapped all over with sticky tape in case they're slightly crushed or cracked. Now, at some point I did get a tad bored or drunk and I decorated the inner part of the boxes with flyers I found around the place, which was humorous at the time and I still find quite funny now. Been a bit entertaining at the post office when they were processing them. But yeah, let me crack them open and see what's inside. I believe the content of these boxes will probably reveal to be one of the most impressive haul videos of YouTube history. Before we get into it, I only picked up 2 kits in China. One unfortunately is still on its way and I have to pick up from the process centre. That would be a Mitsubishi Zero Resin Kit in a Manchurian colour scheme, all resin. That was a very cheap $30 pickup. And this insanely cheap couple of dollar Forces of Valor, whoever the hell they are. The tooling looks very Dragon, and this is just a heavy KV2 tank, just to remind me of China. I lied, that was a little gunpla. In the Hobby Link Japan boxes, the last of the MSV kits I need. The Proto Dome and GM Cannon. The other HLJ boxes had the girls and Panzer Kits. I bought all of them from Cyber Hobbies and Fine Molds. Unfortunately, in this collection there was no M3 Lee kit. It took a lot of effort, but I found Academy this particular box through research with some other friends is the most accurate for the anime, the early war type. No special markings, no special details, just bare ass Tamiya pink. The Tamiya Lee kit is not as accurate and has track problems, but I've got the whole gang here. I have not seen the anime yet, but just the concept art and just some bits and pieces I've seen has impressed me so much. I felt I have to get it all and paint it in these extremely unique schemes. So I'm definitely going to be hitting these up quite hard sometime in the future. Just another note on the type, I think it's an 89 or a type 87, not 100% sure. Bought the aftermarket barrel as well. I've got a lot of stuff, the dirty carpet. I don't really want to show off my dirty carpet, but I might not have any choice. And I think I'll just go through least interesting to most interesting. Be a long video, so stay tuned. Just miscellaneous goods, anime goods, because of course I'm into that sort of stuff. Anime goods I plan on modifying, and then straight into model kit goodness. We've got some Sapphire East Gin and normal label Sapphire. The Sapphire East is a very special blend, and it's only available at the time was at Melbourne Airport, so I picked up a bottle and I had to take it, unfortunately, to the country I was going to, and shipped it off home. So I have 2 bottles, another bottle in my room that I can enjoy over time. A selection of Japanese brewed whiskies, some blends, some single malts, including Scotland. Japan brews some of the finest and interesting clean whiskies in the world. It's something I enjoy outside of things like sake and beer and whatnot, so had to pick up a few. The sampler bottles are just nice to keep on display. The 2 big ones I do plan on drinking. Sushi knife. I do cook at home, and it's quite easy and fun to make. And this is a very interesting special edition bottle of Frankie Cola featuring One Piece. I always thought Frankie would be more of a Coke gentleman, but bought it, drank it, liked it. Had a slightly different taste. This is more of a LA Ice Cola taste, but yeah, I'll keep this on the shelf somewhere. It's kind of cool. Madoka Magica budget wave figures. I thought the show was fantastic, to be honest, and most of its merchandise being extremely expensive, and the cheaper ones just garbage. This was a decent purchase, and all of these combined would have probably cost the equivalent of a single figure, so that was a good find. And these being out of production for a little while, they had to be snapped up second hand. Some of the pervy shit to get out of the way. The comic kit bag. I don't blow money at that event. I only checked out for about a quarter of a day. But some dickhead dumped this bag under a bridge, so I pinched it, and it's cool, man. It's very cool. Always wanted one of these mouse pads with tits. I never found a character that I fancied. Still haven't. But this one was just like dirt cheap, a few dollars, so it's gonna have to do. It's fucking hilarious. This supposedly 2 lumps to rest your wrist from getting some sort of repetitive strain on your hand while using the computer for a long period of time. Some dickhead thought it'd be a good idea to make it look like tits, and they threw this in. I thought it was like one of those really long pillows, but it's a fucking bedsheet, for Christ's sakes, of this girl in underwear. And they threw it in for like an extra 100 yen. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I think I might just end up getting rid of it and selling it for like 10, 20, 30 fold the price I purchased it, because that sort of stuff is fairly in demand. Now the Bigro Miri toy, I thought it was a model kit at first. It was that cheap. It's just a few 100 yen. I bought it, and it's a toy. A damn fine one too. I plan on repainting, redecaling, and presenting it closer to a model. To the right is a Busu Shiki. Now sadly these have become very, very rare, hard to come by, expensive, and super sought after. Last time I went to Japan they were just available all over the place and dirt cheap. This time not so much, so I managed to snag one that I liked the design of for under 50 bucks. This was a special promotion of Vocaloids, and I bought this at a second-hand shop with this what looks like a papercraft miniature, but it's all PVC painted, so very fantastic, very cute. And with this, it's some shop that makes a lot of home crafts. This Shinto style prayer board that you normally hang up at shrines and whatnot, and yeah, it's incredibly cute. Now I bought these and unboxed these PVC figures, dirt cheap, some $5, some $10. This one I tend to keep. It's a Cult to Seal main character. It's something like 50-60 cents with the manga in the box. Unboxed it to reduce weight. No, I'm going to keep this. The rest of these are going to be modified or chopped up or used for future Mecha Girl bits, so it'd be very cheap toy fodder if I ever want to do something like Hell Morgan in the future. Now this is really, really cool. This is a massive shopping bag full of Gashapon figures of Mecha Musume figures that I really like, and it's half-naked girly figures that can be chopped up and built together with 70-second scale tanks. So I can keep going with that trend. I've got a massive supply that will last me forever. Styrene aftermarket parts. Modelling support goods. Again, very, very cheap over there. Light as hell, so they ship easily. Bought a ton of the regular ones that I like to use, and some new shapes. As one electrical shop was marketing some of their metal bits that were ideal for Gundam. This is a new one. Ears, tails and whatnot, in case I want to do something fairly silly. Same with these bow ties. The Gunpla Builders parts. High grade. Now unfortunately, most of the detail parts were way too stylized. I really disliked them. I was not impressed at all. The new ones coming out though, the Xeon symbols and sensor parts and whatnot are cool, but I bought very little because they didn't do it for me. And there's some independent small company, probably from Hong Kong, parts that whatever few I came across I grabbed. And this unique styrene sheet. Paint. Firelight, the HIQ parts had a very interesting copper, brass, very weird, something along the line. Paint that impressed me. A lot of flesh from Surface Evo by Gaia. I got some other Gaia paints that came with me actually on the plane for Virtual On, very pastel-y. Very, very impressive. I'll do a review of that later, so there's no point seeing it now. Couple of very, very old Gundam colours. Actually, when the woman opened it, they are bone dry inside. Little thinner on the inside, and it will be re-brought back to life, of course, but I'll probably never see these colours again. Imperial Japan tank colours, and some MiG production pigments. Tools. Stacked up on more of these HIQ pegs on metal rods. The larger paint tray hobby base, which is fantastic if I'm painting a heap of stuff in the one colour. Refill tape. Ball bearings. Now Mr. Hobby ball bearing, which I think is very cool. You put that in a jar of paint and it helps mix the paint up a lot more precise. And some other interesting bits and pieces. I'll find a use for that. I don't know what it is, but I'll definitely find a use for that. I found it in some science shop. Zoids. Love me some Zoids. But the new ones are very expensive. Kind of complex. Don't have a lot of time to mess around with one for a long period of time, which I will do one day in the future. The older ones are near impossible to see, so if I come across one or two real gems, I'll seize the opportunity. There is a Death Dome as well, but that came on the aircraft with me and it's packed away, so whenever I build it, it will come out then. The Zoids decal sheets, which is very impressive, the two factions, kind of a bit on the expensive side. The gravity sacks. Now, I've already built and painted this guy during the bloody trip. The video for that will be very, very soon, since all he needs is a review. He's a walking type, and a bit rare, very, very unusual from a very unpopular animation. I think it's very cool, and I had an interesting time with limited resources putting it together. The gun sniper is the same story. The Lance Stag is new in the box, and I also happened the next day when I was hunting around found the upgrade accessories, so I can do the whole upgrade version. two kits together is definitely going to be extremely rare. And this thing, which was in a glass cabinet at Munderoak, I think this is very, very special. Now, Rant, a massive name in the Zoid collecting community, has not even seen this with his own eyes before, and I managed to track down two of them. I bought one for him immediately as a gift and sent it back, and later on found the second one and picked that up for myself. So we might even do a build off one day. Some interesting kits. It's a mode lock from Full Metal Panic. I don't have this particular kit, and it was insanely cheap at a few $100. First grade Zaku 2, a pachinko slot kit that I believe you could only win as a prize at the pachinko slots. A gambling memorabilia for a model kit. Now that's very, very unusual. I snapped that up just for something to keep with my Pocky Shah's Zaku. Type 4 Kinu. I'm on a mission to collect every single 72nd Imperial Japan tank. New release, so snap that up. MiG-15 Eggplane. I loved MiG-15, and Eggplane is just a must. The mini series of the Yamato. I wanted the mini Yamato kit, though everyone always grabs that when those mini kits get sold, and managed to get one from the re-release. This is bizarre by the least. By fine molds, this caricature Japanese soldier 1/12 maybe figure. It was cool. It was an impulse buy. I don't know what led me to buy it at the time, but I'm glad I have it now. It is so cool. I've never seen it anywhere else, and being fine molds, limited release, normally limited to Japan. And this Tamiya catalog comic thing that portrays some half-naked girl with tanks and stuff. Out of character for Tamiya, but it was very cool, and it was something like 50 yen, and I grabbed it at the actual Tamiya Center. Model Graphics, excellent magazine. This issue covers Girls and Panzers, all of the tanks, especially targeting on getting the color schemes right, which would be a massive help. The book in the middle I probably won't be able to use immediately, though it covers how to sculpt figures, or a lot of those really nice PVC anime figures there are. One day it's something I may venture into. The book presented itself to me, and I think it's a worthwhile investment if I choose to use it or not to live in my library. Art book on Mecha Musume, inspiration for more of my very wacky builds. This would have definitely been an irresponsible purchase. All of these way over 10,000 yen. Extremely exclusive, extremely expensive. You plaster these decals all over an existing military kit, a tank or an aircraft. I definitely plan on using him or keeping him, being a massive fan of the show and utilising him somehow. Now, before anybody starts getting bored with this video, the excellent big ticket items are at the end. If you stuck around this long, you're definitely going to get treated now. Now, these two items I've been looking for forever, though just gave up on. And this one I just found in a random shopping centre looking for food at a second-hand part of an electronic shop. The Audrey Byrne Gundam figure. A friend of mine has it, and I'm very, very jealous. I'm glad I have it myself. Under its recommended yen price. Insane find. My friends were very, very jealous. The shop had a ton of rare stuff, and they went and just pillaged and raped to the joints. And the best figure, and my second prized figure, the Rumba PVC statue. I've been after this guy and was looking for him quite sternly on my first Japan trip. No one would sell him to me. This one was slightly scuffed and unboxed. The scuff I've already repaired with a rubber. So his value did plummet and was also cheaper than the recommended yen price, though I still paid close to $100. I also successfully shipped him safely undamaged with all of his pieces here in my possession. He will live in my cabinet with the Azabi family. A heap of limited model Bandai kits, the Ava 00 yellow and the ball from the 8th MS team are two kits that I've been sourcing after for many years, and was surprised that not only I found them dirt ass cheap. Two Leo Customs, I already own one and I just cannot bring myself to build it because of how obscure and hard it is to find. I plan on passing one along, and I'm going to build one, and I still get to keep one. And the RX-782 version GFT. This was bought at Odaiba in the 7-Eleven near the Giant 1-to-1 Gundam. It's not the same as the first release of the 7-Eleven Gundam the last time I was in Japan, but it's so cool. I just want to build one and keep one, and a re-release or a different variation does not bother me at all. And 7-Eleven in Japan is pretty cool. It's epic. Good food, good grog. The Resin Pickups. Now these are some big ticket, very expensive, heavy on my pocket pickups. The Drasi is actually half the price of the price marked on it, about 4,000 yen. I'm very unsatisfied with the styrene kit, so I'm hoping this is either the B Club one or something that's very cool from Wonder Festival. A Vocaloid resin statue was also half the price that's recommended on the box. Now the 3 G Gundam kits. No Def Army figure exists in model kit form except for this. And I am so glad I got it, because I've always wanted a variation of this grunt suit. And it was obscenely expensive at around 10,000 yen, but I feel it was very worthwhile. I was super happy when I found it in Kyoto. The Kowloon Gundam, another kit that does not have a representation in a very available model. I was extremely happy to have also purchased, not as expensive, around 5,000 yen. And the Nobel Gundam already has a very satisfying styrene kit. This one was extremely cheap, or lost value because of its release, is something stupid like 1,000 or 2,000 yen. So I picked it up as an impulse to either keep or build. And the Hildorf 1-to-144 resin only in tank version, because I don't really feel like buying the styrene version. So something that's mega rare really tickles my fancy. This almost concludes the pickups haul video. I've got one more model that is extremely special, and this is definitely the holy grail and the massive big find for the whole trip. I shit you not. The 1-to-144 Shah's Counterattack Nightingale, real McCoy B Club. Full action, all goes, and not that expensive at all. I only paid about a little less than a lot of stories I heard on the internet, at around 50,000 yen to memory, which is an insane amount of money to spend on a model. But we've had this guy fares on the market. A lot of modelers that are far more talented than me do have a wish that they would love to own builds and present this kit. Now, I have no intention on touching it for a very long time or building it where I stand currently, or even if I ever do plan on building it. But just for the possibility to just own it and have it in my possession is a fantastic thing. This concludes my haul video. Thank you very much for watching. This thing is going to be insanely long and a bit lengthy to edit. A lot of interesting and wonderful stuff. Some fantastic conversions for me, out of the box builds. A lot of toys to chop up and modify over the years. I think I'm set for a very, very long time, and with these small selection of awesome resin kits that I don't think will possibly be seen on the internet ever unless they're a recast. These will eventually come to pass and be built on this channel sometime in the far future. And oh wow, a cameo of the new member of the family, Ashley. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time.